What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of Mangalore. Mangalore is a podcast about manga. You know, the shit that I do on my channel. We talk about different shit pertaining manga as long as it is about manga, related to manga. We talk about it here. This is the 7th episode, obviously. So if you haven't checked out any of the other ones, I'd recommend doing so, but there is no story, there's no plot here, there's no chronological order. You can start wherever you want. So, episode 7, we're going to be talking about manga that I didn't think I was going to like, or I really didn't have high hopes for, and really blew me out of the water. So, let's get started. Episode 7 of Mangalore starting now. Cue the intro. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Once again, we actually do not have an intro song. If you know how to make music, toastercat57 at gmail.com. I'll link it in the fucking description. I'll pay you for it. If you can make a dope song. I don't have a lot of money. I tend to frequently spend my money on manga, but you'll get some. You'll get some. Depending on the quality, obviously. If you just fucking give me some Minecraft ass. Well, actually, Minecraft would be pretty cool. The music in Minecraft is pretty sick. But if you want to send a song, hit me up. I will pay you for it, for sure. You know. Okay, so let's start. Let's start talking Mangalore episode 7. Okay, so manga that I was not thinking that I was gonna like, or maybe I just didn't have the highest hopes for. There's been a lot of it in 2018 because I was trying a lot of new genres and series, and I was, experimenting. I think that's really good because obviously you can look at a manga series and it'll be your cup of tea. Anything shonen. You could look at Dr. Stone, look at the art style, read a synopsis, and you'll probably know if you like shonen, you'll probably like that. You'll probably like Promised Neverland. You'll probably like Attack on Titan. But then there's these other series that are just kind of out there, kind of a little bit bizarre, a little bit different, set in a setting that you wouldn't picture yourself enjoying. And I've been trying a lot of those series simply because, why not? Time to, open up myself to different kind of manga and experience everything out there. And a lot of the times there's these hidden gems out there, not even hidden. There's obviously a demand for this. Otherwise it wouldn't get up printing in the US in English, at least. So obviously there's a large fan base of people who really enjoy this series or this type of series. Then I want to figure out if it's for me, if I can enjoy it. So let's talk about the biggest one that really just caught me off guard this year. It is by a mangaka who I believe doesn't get as much credit as she deserves, even though she already gets like the most credit. It's Hiromu Arakawa. This is the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. I believe not only does she not get enough credit because of her other series, The Legend of Arslan and Silver Spoon and Hero Tale. But I won't touch on the other ones. The one we just want to talk about the most is Silver Spoon. I believe Silver Spoon is one of the most underrated manga at the moment, simply because it should be way more mainstream. As it is, there's a niche corner of people that really support the series, but I think it should be a household name in manga. That's how good I think the series is. It really caught me out of nowhere because it is just about a boy who is going to this high school that focuses on agriculture and farming and anything to do with farm animals, driving tractors, growing vegetables and whatnot. It just sounds very, very odd. Like, how could you make a series like that entertaining? And the answer is the characters. The characters are some of the best characters in all of manga. They're so real. They're so fleshed out. Every single character has a backstory, has a motive, has either a sad tale or a dream that they wish to fulfill. Everything just feels so real, and the characters act in which you would picture them acting. No character is doing anything that isn't within their character trait, and I really, really enjoy it. And the interactions between them, the character chemistry is the funnest thing ever because they're doing mundane tasks, but just kind of seeing it, and it's very enjoyable. It's like when you're hanging out with your group of friends, you're not really doing anything special, or unless you are, right? But you're not doing anything grand, but you're still having a great time. You still have a huge smile on your face because you're around people that you enjoy. You're around people that you have fun with, and that's what I think this series captures perfectly. It's just set around a story of a boy and his friends, and they're each trying to find their way in the world. the main character himself really is struggling, and that is the darker tone of the series. Is he's struggling within himself to find out what he wants to do later in life, because that's a huge issue when you're growing up. You don't know what you want to do. You feel a bit like the path is unclear, and that's scary. And for him, it's terrifying, and he doesn't know what he wants to do, and he's scared. But being there with those friends that he's making is starting to make it easier, and he's starting to grow relationships and friendships that are lightening the load on him. And that's a big thing this series advocates, is just friendship, and how it really helps you through these dark times. Then again, I've only read about 4 volumes, so there could be more stuff. There could be a dark wizard that's introduced that just destroys it all, but I highly doubt it. As of now, it's just a slice of life that has been beautiful. Haven't watched the anime. Heard the anime was great. Just simply reading the manga, and I'm enjoying it and loving it. The only downside is they are fucking expensive. Holy hell! Each volume goes for around $13 to $16. If you're getting it like Barnes and Noble and shit like that, it's $15 each. If you're getting it on Amazon, it's around $13, $14. It is just ridiculous, but the bright side is they are extremely wordy, so it does take you a lot longer. Say a shonen, it'll take you twice as long to read this than it would to read like a shonen battle manga, but still, it's insanely expensive, guys. But I'd highly recommend buying them on a sale. So yeah, Silver Spoon is by far the series that caught me, from left field, blindsided me, hit me like a truck. I didn't think I was gonna really love this series, and then I actually forked out the money. That's usually rare of me to actually fork out the money for a series that I really, really enjoy and I really want to have in my collection. So let's move on to the next one. On to the next one, we have Cross Game by Mutsuri Adachi. Mutsuri Adachi is actually a very prolific mangaka, very renowned mangaka in Japan. The reason why he's not a household name for manga lovers like ourselves in the US or, any English-speaking countries is because we only have one of his works published. We have Cross Game, which is an amazing baseball series that has a lot more to do with relationships and people trying to move past the tragedy, how they can grow, and really a love story more than it is about baseball. Very touching one at that. And it is probably one of his best works. I've only read 2 other works by him, being H2O and Touch. This series caught me out of left field, no pun intended, because it's a baseball series. But I was recommended to it on a YouTube video, and I looked at it, and they're pretty expensive because they're in 2-in-1 omnibuses. Therefore, you have to fork over like $15 to get one new. I've been buying them on eBay, testing my luck, and buying them for around anywhere from $5 to $10, and they're in pretty okay condition for being used. But it's a series that I had some doubts, and I didn't really want to spend too much money on. And now that I have been buying them, every single time I finish one, I buy the next one. I'm currently on like volume 6, and there's only 2 more to go. And I've been loving the series. I think it's a great series. I went ahead and read those other 2 works online simply because we don't have an English release, so I don't really feel bad for not buying it, because I can't buy it in the language that I read. So I went ahead and read them online, and I think he's an amazing mangaka. Highly recommend checking him out. Mitsuru Adachi, very prolific mangaka, very renowned mangaka. There's respect on that name, and I feel like I would really love to see more of his works be translated over. My only gripes with him are probably that he does use a couple of tropes, across the 3 series that I've read. There's been some plot lines that he's reused, some plot points that he's reused, some plot devices in order to carry on the story that he's rehashed in sort of different ways throughout the 3 series that I've read. There's some telltale signs that it's him. One thing that I actually do really like, I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I like that he has a very distinct style. Like if you take a panel of his work and take a panel of four other mangaka's works and you line them up, you'll be able to tell once you've read enough of it. Not even enough. Once you've read one volume, you can really see his distinct art style, and I really, really enjoy that. He's much like Arakawa, the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, in that sense, where it's like the art might not be amazing. Like, I don't think his art is like 10 out of 10, but it's a very distinct art style that's, sets it apart from all the other mangakas out there. Really, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend Cross Game, especially if you're looking for some slice of life, some romance, some it's very funny at times, some comedy in there. It is about baseball, so there's some sports in there if you want sports. It's just a mix and match of a lot of great genres put together and written by a very, 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 very good fucking mangaka. He knows how to write a story. He knows how to write a love story. He knows how to write characters. He knows how to do chemistry. And, man, it's so fucking good, guys. Highly recommend it. It's like the Yurlai in April of a sports shonen. Really, really fucking good. Really, really fucking good manga, guys. Mangaka, manga series. He does it all. It's over the top. It's really, really fucking good. I'd recommend buying that first omnibus, because the first omnibus, I did say they're 2-in-1s, but the first omnibus is a 3-in-1. Very odd. For the first omnibus is super thick. It's a 3-in-1, so I was expecting the rest to be so. But no, after that, first 3-in-1, they go back to being 2-in-1s. And I think the last volume is like a 1.5. I'm not even sure. It's very, very sporadic. But highly recommend checking out that first 3-in-1 omnibus and see if you like it or not. If you don't, you can sell it. You could give it to a friend. You could do something. But I'd highly recommend checking it out, guys. So that was Cross Game. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys. So the next one, I've been talking about it a lot recently, but I still have to talk more about it here. It's Dr. Stone. I think I've already talked about this like on 3 other podcasts, but Dr. Stone was a manga series that really did catch me off guard, simply because reading the first volume, I didn't like it at all. Not at all, but I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do now, and now I'm like full on in love with it. I would say it's one of my favorite shonens being released currently. I like it more than Promised Neverland. I like it more than, I don't know. I don't really know what else is being released in Demon Slayer, Food Wars. Well, I'm not reading that. Seven Deadly Sins, not reading that. But I like it more than a lot of other very great series that are being released, very good series that are being released. I just think it's so very distinct. It's so different. Same thing, right? It's ingenious. It's creative. It's imaginative. It is unique. It's all you really have to know. The main character is super fucking unique. The science aspect is, you can tell he did his research. The art's great. The plot is amazing. I really like where the story's going. I really want this series to be something a bit contained. I don't want this to be like another 700 chapter series. I really wish this series ends around 300 to 400 volumes. 400 volumes, holy fuck. 300 to 400 chapters. I'm really enjoying it as it is now. But like a lot of shonen series, when I was younger, maybe years ago, I would want more. I would never want the story to end. I wanted everything to be like Naruto, everything to be like One Piece. I want everything to go on for 700, 800, 900 chapters. But now that I've grown older, I respect and I enjoy endings more, because I know how hard they are. From just reading, watching, writing, from movies, from TV shows, from manga, from anime, endings are so very crucial and so rarely done correctly. Rarely done to the point where it wraps up a series and makes you feel satisfied. Not only satisfied, but makes you feel fulfilled. And when a manga series can wrap up nicely, can give me a little bow, and just leave me with this feeling of, damn, that was a great fucking story. And that's it. It's over. As a story, one thing a story needs, there's 2 things a story needs: a beginning and an end, right? And the end is so very fucking hard. And with Dr. Stone, I really want this to be a series that can end. I really wanted Food Wars to be a series that could end. And Dr. Stone, I have so much high hopes for it, guys. And I really highly would recommend, if you can only read one shonen right now that's being currently released, I would say Dr. Stone. so fucking fun. There's moments in here, the comedy. There's moments in here that I just busted up laughing of how ridiculous and funny it was, how great the characters mesh together. The chemistry is amazing, how unique the world is, how atmospheric it all feels, and it's just so very fucking good, guys. And I highly recommend you check it out. Even if you don't like shonen, check out Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is fucking great. So thank you guys for pushing me to stick with the series, because I'm officially caught up and I'm loving every second of it, and I can't wait to read more. Okay, guys, so the next series was a series that I really didn't know what to think about. You know, honestly, when I first saw this, I kind of just looked at it as just another, this isn't gonna last, you know, just like, whatever, I'm not gonna read it now. Like, there was some hype around it. I just saw like a piece of art, you know, it must have been a cover art, something, and I was like, that doesn't look that interesting, I'm not gonna check it out. And then, you know, more volumes were being released, and I decided, all right, fuck it, I gotta write stuff order, and I got like the first 4 volumes. And if you don't already know, I didn't really give any fucking clues, so I don't know how you could have guessed it. It is Golden Kamuy. I don't know how the fuck to say, how it's pronounced, whatever. Let's just call it GK. So GK is a series that is really fucking weird, you know? It's a seinen. It has a lot of very historical aspects, has a lot of cultural aspects. You learn more about not only the military in Japan, you know, during this Russian-Japanese war, this Russo-Japanese war, with all these different platoons and these different lieutenants, and just there's so much in this series. It's very insane when you look at how much material is in there, how much facts, how much knowledge is knowledge, how much is just given to you. And maybe that's why I never really realize it when I'm reading Golden Kamuy, reading GK, is how long it takes me to read one fucking volume. Because not only is there so much historical facts, there's a lot of backstory with the characters. Then whenever we start talking about the Japanese indigenous tribe that's in, I forget their name, Enku, I don't know what the name is now, sorry. But whenever it deals with them, it goes into full-on like history mode, and it's like, all right, well, this certain plant is used to make these clothing, this animal is prepared this way, and then it shows us how to prepare the food and why they prepare it this way, and then why the animal means so much to them. And like, it's just so crazy, it's so dense with just different information, and it's fun the whole time. It's like, it doesn't bore you, because not only is it giving us a lot of factual information that's making this world feel very alive, but it's also giving us plenty of action, plenty of really badass antagonists, very, very, very sick villains. And what I really like about it too is it's not just a two-prong attack in a way, where it's not just the good guys and the bad guys, it's the good guys and the not so good guys, and then the bad guys and the not so bad guys. And it's just like, there's so many different factions that are going after the same goal. And, you know, usually in manga or shows, it would just be like the good guys and the villains. But now in this one, it's like the good guys and then the other people that are also going after this goal. And really, it really fleshes out why the villains are going for it, to the point where it's like, can you consider them villains? Can you consider our protagonist in the right, you know? But he is more in the right than the rest of them, in my opinion, obviously. He's the protagonist after all, and their cause seems a bit more just than the rest of them, you know? But the villains are very, very fucking fun and unique and different, and they feel really fleshed out. Now, the reason why I really, really, really fucking enjoy this is our main cast of protagonists, I want to say. We would call them that. We have Immortal. I'll call him the Immortal, because I don't want to butcher his real name. We have the Immortal. We have the Escape King. Escape King is fucking GOAT, dude. Skate King is the fucking man. I fucking love him. He is my favorite character in this whole series. I fucking love him. He's the best. He's the best. And the girl, I forget her name, but the girl, they're like the main cast. There's this other guy who's kind of like pretty much a protagonist at this point, but we'll just focus on them three because they're always together and they're always, you know, getting into these shenanigans in a way where they have a goal they have to hit, and along the way what usually happens is they'll hunt an animal, they'll teach you about the animal, teach you how to cook the animal, why this animal is important, whatnot, how it relates to the ecosystem, and then they go on to usually, you know, like fight the bad guy, quote unquote bad guy, and along the way there's a lot of hijinks and just them interacting with each other is so much fucking fun, especially the Escape King. If you want to read this series, Escape King is GOAT. Escape King makes the series so much more fun. He's just so fucking cool. He's such a fucking cool character, and I really, really love him. I really love the series. I'm really enjoying it. We're at volume 7 right now, and I think we're speeding up the releases. Apparently, instead of getting one volume every 3 months, I think we're getting a volume every 2 months now. I'm really happy for that. You know, it's more money, but Golden Kamuy GK is a series that I don't mind spending the extra money in because it's really, 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 really good. And it caught me off guard. I'm really enjoying it. I want to display it. You know, I'm gonna organize my shelves a bit differently now, and like organize the series that I'm really enjoying at the moment. So whenever I want to do like a spontaneous video of like what I recommend and what I'm enjoying the most, I'll have that one shelf right there. It's like, hey, this is everything that I'm really, really fucking loving right now, and I would 100% recommend. So that was Mangalore episode 7, guys. I need to do an update video, but I'm not going to be uploading as much anymore. I'm really only going to be uploading Mangalore and manga unboxings. I'll try to do one manga unboxing every week or week and a half. And so guaranteed, sorry, that burp. Guaranteed you're getting a manga unboxing, at least 3 a month. You're getting, or a manga haul, and you're getting 4 Mangalores a month, unless I take a break. But the reason is, guys, is there's a lot of different reasons, and everything just sort of culminated, and you guys obviously have no reason to being able to see it coming, but my school is starting back up in a couple weeks, and I've just been spending a lot of time on this and on YouTube and stuff, and I need to really prioritize what's really important right now. And YouTube is important because I do have a lot of fun with it, but some of the videos I make take a long time, and I just can't, you know. There's other things that are coming up. I have a lot of other hobbies that I like doing. I like spending time with family and friends, and also school is important. And right now I'm on break, but I'm not gonna be on break. And like 3 weeks I go back to school, so I really need to get myself into the school schedule already. So yeah, so we're just gonna be doing Mangalore. We'll be doing manga unboxings because these really don't take me a long time to do, and manga unboxings either. There's very little editing. It takes me like 30 minutes, 40 minutes max, and maybe along the way I'll work on like a really big video over the course of the semester. So like maybe I'll work on like a really good in-depth analysis on World Trigger or Toriko or something. Not these other videos that I've been doing. Like I'll work on something really big, something that's like 30 minutes long, edited very nicely, but that type of video will only come out like every 3 months or something, or 2 months. So yeah, I hope you guys like the episode, and if you guys want to be on an episode of Mangalore, let me know down below. I'm gonna make like a Reddit post, but February, March area, that's when I'll start having podcast guests and whatnot. And there's already been 2 people that want to be on here. We have Lo Holly and Flip Otaku. If you're watching this, hopefully I can have them both on by the end of March for sure. By February, I want to have Lo Holly on, and by mid-February, I want to have Flip Otaku on and other people as well. Just need to figure it all out, and time zones and whatever. It's a big thing of, you know, this is really easy for me right now because it's just me talking, and it's just me having to provide audio and, you know, sync everything up and whatnot. I'm just sitting down, you know. But when it's having to deal with other people, it's like schedules and like recording and whatnot. But it's another thing that we're gonna focus on, because I think that'll take this manga podcast to the next level of just having other people, because I like talking to the people, I like interacting with them, seeing their perspective on things. So yeah, why not? Thank you guys for listening again. Rambled a lot at the end, but yeah, Mangalore episode 7, episode 8 next week. Comment down below what you guys would want in an episode, because it's starting to get hard thinking of ideas. So yeah, later guys.